Roll call.
Mayor Connie Ball,
Here.
Vice Mayor Bill Costner.
Here.
Alderman John Bugg.
Here.
Alderman Freddie Gregg. Alderwoman Kathy Hope.
Here.
Alderman Kenny Morgan.
Here.
City Attorney Terry Hurst.
Here.
Thank you. Item 3 is the approval of the minutes in the previous meeting, September the 11th, 2012. You had a chance to read those. Are there any corrections or additions, or do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no.
Mayor, if I might interject and announce that Alderman Freddie Gregg is now present. He wasn't here when the roll was called.
Okay. Thank you, Terry. Item 4 is recognition of city employee.
Thank you, Mayor. It's my honor to present this tonight on behalf of the City of Newport Street Department. Mr. Billy Stennett. Billy? I thought I saw him walk in.
He just walked through.
Mr. Billy Stennett, if you'd come forward, please.
Billy, you get the plaque, and since you was late, Victoria said she gets the check. Yes, sir.
It's my honor to recognize you as our employee of the month for outstanding performance. For those of you that may not realize it, the past couple of months we've been working very hard trying to clear up a lot of drainage issues. And with a lot of these, the tiles have to be concreted in and catch bases constructed. And this man right here has been doing a lot of bricks and a lot of concrete work. So, again, it's my honor to recognize you. We sure do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Good job, Billy. Item 5, report from Scott Collins.
Mayor, I have a few things to report on. First thing is tomorrow morning is the celebration for Paint the Town Pink. It'll be 9 o'clock at the courthouse, a very big ceremony, and encourage everybody to attend. The city right now has several grants in progress, and a lot of work's being done right now. LPRF, Tim was working with our grant administrators. Everything's set for the tennis court fencing and the swimming pool liner to be installed sometime in late winter, early spring. Likewise, with our safe routes to school, all the surveys have been finalized. They've been sent to TDOT's right-of-way program for final approval. And again, construction is scheduled to be late spring, hopefully during the summer, to hold down on the school congestion. The Riverwalk Phase 2, surveys are finalized. Design is being finalized within the next week or so, and work there is scheduled to begin in late winter, early spring, with a projected construction completion on or about July 15th. And then the last grant is the Recreation Trails Program. The surveyor was here on Monday working the final design for it. That's where the canoe, the park to float program will be. And it is also scheduled to be completed this spring. The last thing, there'll be an advertisement in this week's newspaper, and in the weeks up until November 2nd, we are advertising for the administrative assistant position here at City Hall. And that's all I have, Mayor and Board.
Thank you, Scott. Item 6 is appointment of boards. The first is the Newport City School Board. Earlier, Kim Hucks had resigned her position, and in talking with some representatives from Newport Grammar School, they had brought up the name of Linda Powell to be appointed to fill that position on the recommendation of the City Council. And of course, Linda is running in the election, and she's unopposed. So my opinion would be if the council would see fit to appoint her to that position, so they would at least have the full board.
Motion.
Yeah.
I make a motion.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. The next appointment is the reappointment of Rick Carr back to the Regional Library Board. That's not our local board, but the regional board. If everyone's in agreement with that, I'd like to let Rick continue to fill that position. What's the pleasure of the council on that one?
Does Rick want it back? Does he?
Yeah, he wants the position back.
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. Okay, I received a letter from, this is not on the agenda, this is another board appointment, but I just received this. The Newport Housing Authority, Polly Palmer, who served 2 5-year terms recently, the Housing Authority has sent me a letter requesting that Polly be replaced with Mrs. Geneva Dalton, or Genevieve, I guess it is, who resides at 416 Driscoll Circle. And I'm going to, under their recommendation, I'm going to appoint her to fill Polly Palmer's position when it expires. And I'm not sure if it's got the expiration on here or not. Don't have that.
November 2016 is when Ms.
November.
Palmer's seat.
It's what?
Ms. Palmer's seat expires November 2016.
Okay, so they're recommending her replacement before the term ends. Okay.
It's not a paid position coming.
No. The Regional Library Board's not either, but since it's regional, I thought y'all might want to voice any concerns on that that you might have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Item 7, under A, Tanner Preservation Alliance, Roland Dykes III. Is he here?
Mayor, Council, Roland cannot be here, he's out of town. He wanted to express his apology for not being here.
All right, thank you. Item B, Christmas Light Program, Sarah and Kelly Stokely.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I guess you have seen the lights out here that has been set up. we have been very successful, I think, in getting the lights. The 3 lights out here, of course, are the Angel. She's 8 foot. Then I have the 5-foot wreath and the 6-foot bell. They're all LED lights, and we have purchased 32 lights. We actually have 33 lights total. One of the lights was given as a free sample from the company that we ordered them from. They know that we're doing it as a community service project, and so they sent a light for us to see, and then we've ordered through them. We have also 6-foot presidential snowflakes that are coming in that will be on the Newport Bridge, and they are already paid for. And then, of course, your donation that you will be giving towards the lights as well. We showed them at the street festival, and they were very, very positive comments. A lot of people were very excited. I got about $92 in cash donation there that I'll be turning in, but it was more just to get the word out, and I've had a lot of businesses and people contact me from churches and that are willing to give a donation or to purchase a light. The Cott County Financial Committee they're meeting tonight as well, and they're wanting to match the donation that the city gave as well towards the lights, because they said it's for everybody to see, the people who live in the city and in the county. Do you have questions about the lights? Do you like the lights?
I don't have any questions, but I appreciate your efforts.
Where will the lights that the city purchased be put?
The lights, the 4,000 will buy about 6.5 lights pretty much, and we're going to put them downtown on Broadway, and they'll alternate the bells and the wreaths. Since the Christmas parade will be down through there, I wanted it to look more Christmassy. Then the angels are going to be on the overpass on the I-40 exit towards Walmart. Because in that way, if you have tourists coming in or people on I-40 and they see the lights, and that sort of starts the festivity of lights for Gatlinburg as well, if they're going towards Gatlinburg to ski or on vacation, it starts there. And I'd like for that to also be the memorial section, because we have one, Bridgeport School was already planning a fundraiser to purchase a light, and now since we've lost a faculty member this past weekend, we're going to do it as a memorial for him. And so the schools, and they've already, the money has come in today, poured in when we've told them what we were doing, from both faculty and just the community itself. So we're doing that as well. So that's where we are right now, and hopefully we both have a fall break next week, so we're really going to hit the streets out here and go to businesses. I've got other businesses that are getting back in touch with me to see if they can purchase a light or give a donation. So hopefully I'll even have more money than what we even need to even purchase more lights, maybe before we have to put them up. The biggest concern has been putting them up and removing them off the poles. And evidently, some people have really seen them slung in the past, because that has been the biggest concern from businesses, and just from even being here at the street festival, people have seen that done. And we really need to find 2 or 3 good people who will be very cautious of that. And I may need your help in working with that.
Kelly?
Yes.
Have you talked to anybody at the utility shed about?
No, but that's what I'm doing next week.
So we need to get the brackets, and are they just gonna plug in the way normally the wire up, and they just be plug in a socket? They need to be
Yes.
marked, the pole? Okay.
Yes.
You talked-
They hook up the same way,
Same.
but the brackets are the same and the electric supplies are the same also.
We just need to coordinate them brackets, because
Yeah, we'd
the
like
trouble.
to, we've had some ideas about trying to give them the same height instead of one being here and one being 8 foot off the ground.
Yeah.
So we really need a contact person that we can work with.
At the utilities?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll work on that then, just give us.
Don,
Okay.
can Val and Lynn help her with the business at some?
I would think so, sure.
Okay.
Could we maybe
I
talk
didn't
to,
put you on the spot, but I figured that would,
Well, it's all for the benefit of everybody here, so we agree with that.
you know Valerie.
Yes, I do.
have you check around, see if we get a few other people, like maybe gas company.
Right.
A couple of labor on the truck, our city employees, and like to sort of let Tim coordinate all this.
Okay.
And not throw them around, I know exactly what you're saying.
They're not doing anything anyway.
Pool's closed.
We've enjoyed working with them both so far, so.
So far, you qualified.
So far, we've had a good experience.
I was curious, how much are the lights?
There's 635, the average is 635 apiece. I guess the presidential light and snowflake and the wreath were about like 589. Of course, then the angel was a little bit more expensive. She averaged about 640, 650.
Kelly, but they're the good ones, right?
They're all LED. I mean, and this company works with Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg as well, and he's been super to work with.
Tim, are there things gonna be cased somehow to keep them from getting this?
When the shipping, the way they ship, they're shipped in some crates, and we'll be able to store them back in there. And of course, I can say that Kelly looked at a lot of lights, and this is top of the line.
Well, that's what we want. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to call me or whatever, and I'll see what I can do. But we'll work more on getting these businesses and churches and communities, to get, and I don't foresee a problem in getting it paid for. I'm hoping. But I think it is very positive, and I think everybody will be excited. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Moving to item 9, new business. A is consideration of proposed closure of alley, Highland Street area that we discussed the other night. What's your pleasure on our discussion at the workshop?
Might get hard to use these people looking at this close right here. Not looking on now since.
Brady, that's the one we already agreed on.
Yeah, but he's got it
Just down through here.
13, 14, 15, they agreed on that too?
13, 14, and, yeah.
So that, the whole L and that off the side?
Their presence tonight, we need them verbally acknowledged. Okay.
Who was the one, was it the Gilbert house that we didn't have confirmation on at the workshop?
Anderson and Mr. Gilbert.
Is it, do we
I
have,
believe they're right over here.
so y'all are fine with that, closing?
Close this, and that.
I'll make a motion to close it off.
Okay.
These highlighted areas.
To
All
close
right,
it.
the highlighted area.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. Item B, consideration of proposed closure of alley, South Susong Street area.
Can we back up a minute, Connie?
Yes?
In that motion, I'd like to make a motion that those are separated between the property owners, split down the middle. That's what they're wanting. They're wanting half
Half
of,
and half.
yeah, half and half. So I guess we need to put that in there.
Yes.
Do we need to have that to this?
Do we need to revote?
We need to have that survey.
We can add that to my motion, I guess, can we?
Mark, is it not normal protocol that that's the way it goes anyway, or is there any?
It does, but we need to,
Okay.
it needs to be in the record.
Okay.
In the resolution, on the last paragraph, it has that part put in there. If you all still want to do it, that the board is duly considered and voted to officially close current alley right-of-way off Highland Street. You'd have to have that additional way down to the Jones Circle, and to authorize the city attorney to create quick claim deeds to the appropriated adjoining property owners. The survey may be required to 10-point consider and properly marked pins, the cost shared by the recipients of the portion of the alley. That's been the last several alley closures. Of course, that's up to you all if you want to add that.
So, make a motion to approve that resolution with the addition of that.
Well, it's in there, so.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
It is.
Okay.
So we don't need to do anything.
So we don't need to, we won't have to do that.
It's already in the
Okay,
resolution.
all right. Okay.
Just for clarity, you might,
They're closing it from Highland down and
across and then back down to John Circle.
You may just want to say the resolution,
Yeah.
just to be clear.
Yeah. So to clarify, the motion was to approve the resolution number 2012-10 as in the book.
Okay, is that your motion now?
Yes.
I'll say.
And your second, any other discussion? Is everybody clear on that? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. Now back to the Susong Street area. What's your pleasure on that?
Not one third say something about this, but it's only been vacant deeds.
Well, Mayor, as we discussed at the workshop, the council back in 2004 actually closed that alleyway and voted to give it to the adjoining property owners. That wasn't done. The deeds were never made because I didn't have any survey or any way to make a deed. So, and nobody came forward to pay for the cost. But the deeds have never been made, although the city has already voted to do it.
So what do we need to do?
With that being said, Terry, too, on another hand, there is an alleyway on either side of that Susong Street property. And the lady said in the workshop that she could not get to her residence if we close that one alley. That's essentially not true because you can either go down Fair Street and you enter onto Elm and you go back down Susong onto Hooper, or you can come up Hooper and shoot straight into her driveway. But there's an alley on either side of that house.
The alley's already been closed. Right?
Yeah, the alley's on record is closed.
Right. So the council can do nothing and it will remain closed. And if a survey is presented to me, I will follow the direction that the council made back in 2004 and make the property owners deeds to them.
What's your pleasure, council? Do you want to have it surveyed and
Alley in half of an hour.
Are the property owners here? There's one.
Kenny's here, he's right there. David, give your perspective on this, please.
Are you all willing to split the difference in the survey?
I'll pay for the survey so that it gets done and taken care of. We've been discussing this for almost 10 years. I'll pay for the survey.
Okay.
If it's split in the middle, and y'all vote on that, make it official today.
It's already official.
it's already official split?
Sir, can we have your name for the record?
James Harden.
Last name?
Harden, H-A-R-D.
Any other questions on that, council? Okay, item C, consideration of TML driver safety grant resolution.
This is another TML safety grant. We applied for one earlier, which is called the Matching Safety Partners Grant. This is the driving grant. We've never applied for this before. Judy Housley came through and did an inspection last month, and one of her recommendations was that we apply for this grant, and the deadline's already passed. I went ahead and applied, and we've been approved for $2,500. But they need a resolution saying that y'all were on board with it. What it's for, it's two purposes. One is it pays 100% on driver's license checks. They want us to take every city employee that drives a vehicle and do a driver's license check on them, see if they've had anything put on their driver's record since the last time we ran them, which was about 2 years ago. And the other thing is, like if someone has an accident or something, it'll pay for 50% on them to go have some retraining or some advanced training in driving.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. Thank you, James. Item D, discussion of allocating surplus vehicle to the Newport Cobb County Emergency Management Team.
Mayor, there was a misunderstanding at the workshop. The request for the surplus vehicle came from the EMA, not another agency. And in speaking with Chief Schultz, Chief Reagan, they recommend that we do because the emergency management team is made up of Newport and Cobb County, so it's all one big team.
Do we have a surplus vehicle now?
We will.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
We will have once the new patrol cars and detective administrative cars are bought. And we already have a trickle down to where some of our older vehicles in the current fleet, both for fire inspection, building, and codes enforcement, it'll trickle down, and then whatever we have left them, if the council.
We're giving them the car, we're not providing any other thing, we're just giving them a car and we're signing it over to them, right?
Yes, sir. After our employees
Well,
come down the line.
I'd like to make a motion that we relook this when we get our new cars to see what we've got to trickle down. I'd like to
Table it
make
until then.
to make it clear to give them one, we don't have one at the time.
Okay. Just table it?
Do we have one? Will we have one?
Yes.
Will we have one that's worth giving to them?
Vehicle?
Will we
See,
have
that's what
one
I'm
that's
saying.
worth
I don't
giving?
wanna,
They might get marks.
Well, Mark don't drive his now, because it's,
It's got new brakes on it.
Does it run?
Yeah, I drove it with that.
that would be.
let me add it, can we just leave it up to Scott, just give him go ahead and do the motion to give a car, or do we want to manage that?
Just let Scott.
I'm for letting Scott handle it. I mean, obviously, I think if we got a car, we'll give it to him, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's why I say with it, I'd rather maybe table it and then come back if we got one, or we can, whatever you wanna do, it doesn't matter, but.
Well, if you've
You know,
got
I
a
hate
motion on
that.
the floor, we'll honor the motion, but if,
I hate to say we're gonna give them a car and we don't have one until we see what we've got left.
We'll have one.
We don't know that we'll have one.
Well, you can say if we have one.
If we have.
If we
Yeah,
have
that's
one.
what I said.
If's a big word.
are you wanting to make a motion, or did you?
That was my motion.
Stated.
To
State it for the record one more time.
to relook it when we got the cars in to see that we do have one to give them.
If we
And
have.
then that would be the case, and I'll even put in the motion to let Scott handle it during that time. But don't promise a vehicle now that we don't have. That's all I'm saying. And give Scott the okay to go ahead with it once we get our vehicles and we have a vehicle present to give them. Is that
Do we have
clear?
a second to that motion?
Is that clear or,
No, it's not clear at all.
okay.
What's clear is if the motion says, if we have a car available and we're giving Scott the authority to essentially give the car to him.
Right.
Okay, I'll make the second then.
Okay. Any discussion?
That ain't good for
All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. Item E, we had discussed this a little bit the other night, the surcharge fee on the rabies vaccination. If council would, I'd like to put that off. I understand that the county is, in their meeting, going to try to do a surcharge for the county. Does anybody have any
That would
problem?
include this one, the one
What?
that's in the city, right?
Yes.
So if we do away with this one and they do one, then everybody's even. right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, if they do one, then everybody be even.
If they will-
If they go,
And if they don't, then.
Then we can bring it back up and put it on at a later date if they
No,
don't.
I want to do away with it tonight because this is not fair for this veterinarian clinic to stay in the city when people are moving right outside the city and doing business. They're not on an even foothold with the rest of them. And if they're willing to stay in the city, I think we need to do away with this despite what the county does.
is that your motion?
That's my motion.
I'll second.
Well, we should have done it before my vet left out of the city.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. Item F, discussion of tax and revenue anticipation note.
Mayor, this is a formality. We have received approval from the State Comptroller's Office to go ahead and acquire the tax anticipation note. A copy of this letter has to be provided to each council member, which each of you have it in your notebook, and the minutes must reflect that each council member received a copy of this letter. We've already been working with National Bank of Tennessee. They have the form here. If council approves tonight, the mayor can sign it, and the process will be finalized tomorrow morning.
What's your pleasure, council?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. There's no items under the consent agenda. Item 10, discussion of environmental cleanup bids for the Tanner Cultural Center.
2 bids were received on this. The prices are listed in the notebook. Home construction comes in at $61,067. Neo Corporation came in at $61,850. What these bids will entail is the removal of the asbestos, the abatement of the lead paint, and then the cleaning of the entire building, including taking down temporary walls, etc., that will remediate the mold. So these bids will remove all environmental hazards.
And the funding comes from?
Right now, we do not have it line itemed out. The recommendation would be in our Vision 2020 to allocate a portion of those funds to go ahead and clean the building.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion and a second.
Who's second?
We're making a motion to approve the cleanup on the low bid of $61,067.
Thank you, sir.
And those monies will come out of Vision 2020 when that money's here. And Scott will take care of that, I'm sure.
Okay, we had a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed is no. I hear none. Comments from citizens? Yes.
My name is Claude Gatlin, and I'm here tonight to represent the Eastport Neighborhood Watch Group that's been organized to make sure that everyone is aware of it, that it is an organization now. We have had meetings, and we're registered with the national group whose bylaws and regulations that we're operating under. But like I said, just to make sure that y'all are aware, we ask for your support. If there's any official recognition that we go through to have that done, we'd request that. Like I said, I'm just not aware of it, but like I said, just to make you aware of that we are operational. We are going to get some T-shirts out. Some of the members want to wear those when they're out walking or doing yard work to raise awareness in the neighborhood. The boundaries are from Broadway through College, down Beach, to Mineral, and then back to the river. And of course, it takes in River Road behind Conagra. Like I said, we already had 2 meetings. Sheriff Fontes spoke at our first one, and Chief Schultz was at our second one. And I want to thank both of them for a fine job that they did informing our neighbors. I was looking back on the article that was in the paper not too long ago about the 10 Commandments being put back into the courthouse, and the work Ms. Griffin did on that to go back and research and find out that a lot of things that we assume today are either law or some form of that is really not correct. And that's one thing that this organization is doing for our neighbors, is go back in and reassure them that someone does care, that we are reunited, especially our older and shut-in residents and neighbors. According to the news reports, we're going to have a long, cold, hard winter this year. So, like I said, if there's something that we need to do with the board to be officially recognized that we are an organization now in the city. If not, let this, be our announcement to y'all.
Mr. Gavin, what was the name of the organization again?
It's the Eastport Neighborhood Watch Program.
I think it would be good if you could give us a schedule of your normal meeting times, so that maybe I'd like to try to attend some.
Okay, we'll do that. Right now, we had been meeting at 7 p.m. in the evenings, but we were made aware that, daylight savings time, there again with the elderly that we do have that want to come out, so we're looking at rescheduling this probably to a Sunday afternoon, early part of the day. So I will get you a schedule as soon as we have that done.
If you could get it to Scott or Victoria or something, they can email it to all of us.
All right.
Are you the spokesperson?
Coordinator. Coordinator is the official name. And it includes Frog Pond.
Oh, yes.
All right, that's all I have.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be behind you.
All right, appreciate it.
Any other comments from citizens?
I'd like to ask the question, when you talked about allocating the 61,000 from what fund, I would like some clarification as to, what's the timeline that you're looking at? Is this the budget for next year or what? What are we talking about?
No, ma'am. This should be before Christmas. The funding should be received.
Anyone else? Yes.
I think a hazard would be created where we didn't have a hazard. I was in town Saturday. Came through, got to the courthouse, and then came across railroad track because of street festival. So came across a whole bunch of traffic congestion up here at Main Street Cafe, so went behind the depot. But my intent was to go that way. Somebody's put a big gob of concrete. You can't see when you get right on. And I followed 2 cars across the bridge, made a big U-turn on North Street to get back to town to go home where I was headed. Now, I don't think we really need people making U-turns on North Street.
That right there is fixing to stop, telling you.
And
We
what
got signs, we're gonna put signs over there for the safety of me, you, everybody else, and, Mr. Hicks is supposed to be getting signs as I speak. There won't be any U-turn done over on that bridge, because somebody could get hurt. And I figured it happened when they said they can't turn left.
But just for the record, I think TDOT put that in, didn't they?
Yeah,
But
TDOT
the thing
did.
is, what about all the railroad traffic, and it's all set going that way, or they tell the railroad traffic that they can't go out on that road anymore, or they got to go all the way?
Gotta go around.
I think it's gonna be a real problem. And I don't know who did it, but
Well, that being the state highway, I'm sure it's the state, TDOT, they're the ones that,
Now, John, you can give Ben Hicks credit for it if you want to. I'm sure he'll take it.
yeah.
We don't have no control over it.
No, we have no control over state highways.
thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I need to thank council and the city and just a whole bunch of people. A couple weeks ago, we had our ball game for the Toys for Kids over at the park, and Cosby came down, and through Cosby and Newport's efforts of having that ball game, we took up $1,337 plus 2 big sacks full of new toys, because that's the admission to get in. And we do appreciate those kids, we appreciate the parents, the city for allowing us to turn the lights on and do all that. And the Toys for Kids that we've done for years and years and years, and you all are aware of it, it takes the community effort to get that done. And most people went through at some point of our roadblock Saturday, and it was nearly $3,300 that we took up in the roadblock. And it's all y'all's money, and we do appreciate y'all trusting us with it. And we try our best to give it out and do the best we can with it for the kids, but not just for the kids. Some of that money, as you know, that's why those signs say Newport firefighters Some of that money goes when somebody has a problem with a fire. There's other things we do other than just the Toys for Kids. But just for the record, not just the fire department, but the city of Newport, and I hope I'm speaking for the city, appreciates the whole community giving like they do for what we get to do. Because we think it's a lot of fun. Once we start handing that stuff out, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Chief. Anyone else?
Yeah, we've got our Halloween trick or treat coming up on Halloween at the city park. It's our 15th annual one, so everybody's invited to come and be a part of it. Right now, we've got 24 vendors pre-registered, so we usually have anywhere between 30 and 36, so we're running a little bit behind.
Tim, Knoxville, you sent around a real good article in the paper today.
We haven't got to see it yet, so
it's really nice.
hopefully when it sits safe.
It's on the internet too, I read
On the internet,
it.
too?
I read it today.
Anyone else? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
Thank you, gentlemen and lady.